Breakfast puppies?
This podcast contains adult language and content and is meant for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to The Glitter Boys, The Glitter Boys, The Glitter Boys. You're listening to The Glitter Boys, and it's time to welcome you to Podcast Land.
All right, everyone, welcome back. Today, we are going to go through the skill tree of Palladium. The skills are where you round out your character, and there's many types of them. There are your OCC skills, there are your other skills, there are your secondary skills, and we're going to give you a brief overview and then go through them with you.
Now, there's a new term that, new. As a side note, I played a shitload of Palladium back in the day, and then I just didn't play it for a while, and in the last couple of years got back into it pretty heavily, and I started noticing a new acronym in the skills that I'd never seen before at the start of character classes, and that is MOS. I still don't actually know what that stands for, but I understand it's part of OCC skills.
It's swiped from the military.
Yeah. What is it?
It's your specialization, essentially, within the OCC.
Yeah, there's a few character classes in the Rift's Ultimate Edition that have additional MOS skills. Drive-Thru doesn't. It just it starts with the OCC, and the OCC skills are what every character of this class is guaranteed to have.
Yeah. In Rift's Coalition, in Chaos Earth, the Abel's character was one of the last that didn't have it listed as MOS. But they did have all the different subcategories, and that's just basically what it is. So you have the military OCC skills of a coalition dog boy.
And that's what we're going with.
Now, as I understand it, you get all of these. These are just the things you do.
Yeah, this is your baseline.
Yeah, this reflects the basic training that you have gotten in this OCC. So, and any version, any kind, will get this unless it is noted in breed or in the MOS.
Okay, let's go ahead and write down what dog boys get.
Okay, so they get to speak the language. In this case, it'll be American.
Yep.
At 88%.
Yeah, 88%. And what we should do for the skills that give percentages is we're going to start right now, just write down the skill name and the bonus next to it, and then we'll get through the list. And then we'll turn to the skills section and actually fill in the rest of the numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you want for his native tongue?
It's going to be American. Yeah.
That's the next one, though. Other, one of choice.
The other tongue.
He speaks dog boy.
I tell you what, we're going to make it German. For reasons.
At 5%, which means he can swear fluently, ask for the bathroom and the library.
Well, it gives a +5 bonus to it, but yeah.
All right. He can climb at 10%.
+10%.
Gather intelligence.
6%.
He can navigate through the land.
Orienteering, that kind of stuff. How to use a compass, how to not get lost.
He can pilot a hovercraft.
Yep, at +10%. And as a side note, hovercraft is one of those skills that it seems so many characters get. There aren't actually that many hovercraft vehicles in Rift's catalog. I don't even think there's a single one in the vehicle section of this book, except for maybe one of the coalition ones, like the Death's Head transport. Which, sure, he can pilot the Death's Head transport. Let's keep that in mind.
There's also a motorcycle or two.
Those are hover cycle. Completely different skill.
You know, it's very interesting. No, you know what? I'm not going to derail this.
Yep.
Radio basic. He can read a sensor.
Yeah. Radio basic at 10. Read sensory equipment also at 10. Oh, and he gets this skill running, which is a physical skill. It's going to give us some bonuses in a minute, and we'll calculate those when we flip forward. I like that it starts with 1 because that right out the gate lets us demonstrate to you what physical skills do to a character. Yeah. And why you would take them.
Yeah, there's a few, like running, gymnastics, that just, if they're available, yeah. wilderness survival, and then he has some weapon proficiencies. Yeah. He knows how to fire an energy pistol, a rifle, and a knife or sword. NPC, he's your villain.
I'm going with knife. And the reason is a knife is a more versatile weapon in the Rift's setting. And it's also the weapon proficiency that is used for those iconic, sweet dog boy vibro claws.
They look like Shredder's claws.
Yeah.
Okay. He also comes with hand-to-hand expert, which can be changed to martial arts or assassin at the cost of 2 OCC-related skills. NPC?
Yeah. We're going to give him hand-to-hand assassin.
Fuck me. I know what I'm playing. I'm dead.
And that's going to cost 2 skills.
What are you taking off?
Well, from OCC related, normally there's 5 skills that we get to choose in a minute. What this does is reduces that total to 3. So we don't take off any of the skills that you already wrote down. You take off future skills.
Okay. That is the end of a massive OCC skill list. Yeah. We got a lot just from his race, Dogboy, but we got a lot also from his military OCCs. That's a fairly long list.
Let's go ahead and nail down what running does.
Okay.
Running is, in my opinion, one of the crucial physical skills. If you get the option to take it, you should take it. And I'm pretty sure you can even take it as a secondary skill. So if you're someone who values being able to move quickly, running is a good skill to fill out a list. Running lets you run. There you go. That's it. It just makes you better at it. Sprinting, Usain Bolt kind of stuff. So what it does is it increases your physical endurance by 1 point. It increases your speed by a whopping 4d4.
1 sec. 3. 3. 4 to make 10. Fuck me. 11.
Okay, there we go. Speed goes up by 11.
His speed is a 28, just so you know.
And then finally, he gets yet another bonus to SDC in the form of a 1d6.
3.
Okay.
At level 1, he has 88 SDC. Okay.
Now we get to the OCC related skills. This is your first real option in character creation to sort of go wild with choices. Some character classes will be like any pilot skill of choice or something. This is, however, the true openness, where it gives you a list of skill categories and then says, pick 5 from this list, from any skill in these categories. And if you pick from X list, like if you pick from domestic, you also happen to get an additional 5% bonus to that because dog boys are really good at cooking and cleaning for some reason.
It should be noted that there's some balancing going on here. We got a nice boost from running and just from our OCC. It allows any physical except gymnastics. Acrobatics.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me. Okay. Which also gives a wide variety of bonuses.
Yeah. Yeah, so dog boys are interesting. They get to pick any from communications and they get a bonus. They get no cowboy skills because, they
don't ride.
They get any domestic skill with a bonus. They only get basic electrical options, any espionage with a bonus, only basic horsemanship, only basic mechanical with a slight bonus, only basic medical, slight bonus, yet any military skill with a good bonus, physical, sky's the limit, really, except for acrobatics, which is sad. It's a very good skill to take. They get some basic pilot options, which is ultimately going to cover almost all of the situations in which you'd be piloting anyway. So that's good. They don't get any pilot-related skills, no rogue skills, no science skills. And then they get some technical skill options, all weapon proficiencies, and all wilderness skill options. So It
should be noted that dog boys are not allowed to read, which is probably why they don't get computer operation programming science or rogue, because you have to be able to read. When keeping a population of slave soldiers, it's best not to let them browse through the ideas.
Yep. Don't let them on the internet, y'all. So what I'd like to do, since I'm basically, we're building this character for my background needs, I'm going to pick some skills here.
You get 3. He starts with a base of 5, but we already spent 2.
Correct. And something to note is that the OCC related skills, when you go across the skill list, aside from the limitations that we just read based on whatever your class is, you can pick anything. As opposed to what's coming up in a minute are the secondary skills. And secondary skills can only be selected from a very slim list. So what I like to do when I'm picking my OCC related skills is make sure I've got the secondary skill list options up. And then that's on page 300 of the RUE. If you're interested in following along, I make sure that I don't take any skills that are on the secondary skill list, or like, for example, physical skills. Most of them just give you stat bonuses. There's no reason to take one as an OCC related skill if you can take it as a secondary skill, because you don't get a bonus anyway, so might as well make it secondary. It's kind of min-maxing, but I think of it as optimizing in a complicated system. Okay, this guy can take... Okay, he's going to get pilot jetpack at and he gets a plus 5% on that. He's going to get gymnastics, which is a physical skill. And do
you want to run through the bonuses on gymnastics real fast before we move?
I think I'm going to give him and I'm also going to give him, what can he take it? Can you take prowl as a secondary skill? I think you can. No, you can't take prowl as a secondary skill. Does he have prowl? He does not have prowl. He's taking prowl as a physical skill. Doesn't get a bonus to it, but it's an extremely useful skill for a hunter tracker. And that's all 3.
Okay, let's flip over to gymnastics real fast.
All right, the gymnastics bonuses that you're getting here are very nice. And here's an example of a complex physical skill, because you're going to get some stat bonuses, but you're also going to get extra abilities. First, we'll get the abilities. Combat, you get a +1 bonus to what is called roll with impact. That's your ability to maybe take half damage from an impact or a fall.
Got it.
Another +2 to physical strength. Another +1 to physical prowess. Another +2 to physical endurance. And then another +2d6 to SDC.
7.
Okay.
He is almost 1 mega damage.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so gymnastics also gives you a bunch of other things. Really, they are the only ones that are worth mentioning here, because some of these are just like silly things that you're never going to write down. Like, when am I going to use parallel bars and rings? Why did I write that on my character sheet, kind of thing? What is worth mentioning here, though, is a +5% to his climbing ability, which he got for free.
Which changes it to 15.
And a +5% to that prowl skill we just purchased. So this is skill synergy in action. Some skills are really good for helping out others.
Cool.
It's also worth noting, if I did not have climbing or prowl, gymnastics gives it to you at a low base ability. Those don't go up, but you still get the free low base ability. But this is going to end up being better, so we're just ignoring those abilities since we have the skills. Yeah, and you get a special kick attack for 2d4 damage. And that's it for OCC related skills.
Got it. Okay. So that brings us to secondary skills. Again, we got so many at the beginning that we don't get a lot to play with here. We have 6 skills at first level. We won't be getting another one. We get 2 at level 2, 2 at 4, and 2 at 8.
Now for this one, we're going all the way back to that secondary skill list on page 300. This time, you can just ignore the skill options list that's on the character sheet. All that matters is the secondary skill list. That's what we're looking at here. Well,
what are you feeling?
Okay, let's see. We're going to give him WP paired weapons, so he can use 2 weapons at once. Oh, wait, no, you can't take paired weapons. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, okay. So instead, I'm going to give him WP handgun and WP rifles, so we can use non-energy weapons. So that's 2 of them. pilot hover cycle. That's 3. Does he have first aid?
No.
We're going to give him first aid. And 2 left. We'll give him...
Recommendation?
Yeah.
Forced march.
Oh.
He has a tireless tracker.
Yeah, I like that. That, I believe, is a physical skill. Oh, it's not on the list.
Oh, no.
It's not a secondary. Yep. So instead, what we will do is we will take athletics general and bodybuilding and weightlifting. Oh, wait, you know what? No, we're not going to take bodybuilding and weightlifting. We'll take athletics general.
Okay.
We will take camouflage. It's a military skill.
Okay.
Okay.
That, did those give any bonuses that I should know about?
The only one that you should note is athletics general gives another +1 to parry and dodge, another +1 to roll with impact, another +1 to physical strength, another +1d6 to speed,
Which is just a 1.
and another +1d8 to SDC.
Writing so fast, I just broke the lid. 1d8. 7. He is a mega damage creature.
Okay.
It goes by hundreds in rifts, right? Or is it thousands?
Well, it goes by hundreds, but he's technically not a mega damage creature. He can be hurt by SDC very easily, but he now has over 100.
Yeah, he has
Nice.
102 STC.
That's good for level 1.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Okay, and that's pretty much it. The last bit of this is the boring stuff, which is simply going through the skill list. And that starts, the page that you want to look at starts at page 302 in the Rift's Ultimate Edition, where you have the list of all of the percentages. You're just going through and writing down a bunch of percentages and your WP bonuses. None of those affect your stats or anything. So at that point, it's just bookkeeping. It's just 5-10 minutes tops. It's kind of boring, so we're not going to do it on the air. But yeah.
So when we come back, should we talk about hand-to-hand?
You know, we should. That's hand-to-hand is a skill choice that we made earlier. Every character with an OCC, I could be wrong. I've never seen one that doesn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, listener. I'm pretty sure every single character starts with a hand-to-hand of at least basic. With Dog Boy, it started at an expert level, which is above basic, but it's still not like the best. So I decided
that's a basic military training grade.
Yeah. That's general scrapper, soldier kind of stuff. So I figured that this guy, because I've got a special purpose for him in mind, is going to have assassin, which is an option that just cost more. We paid the price. So let's talk about what hand-to-hand assassin gives you at level 1. He only gets 3 attacks per melee round. Many characters begin with 4, almost all of them. He only begins with 3. But, that's right. But he gets +2 to strike. Strike bonuses don't often come quickly. Having a +2.
That's normal at like level 3 for everybody else.
Yeah. +2 to strike at level 1. But here's my favorite part. Level 1. I'm glad that this skill was not on the secondary list, because at level 1, the assassin gets WP paired weapons for free.
All right.
There we go. So what do you think of this guy so far, Matthew?
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. He has 38 skills.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I am not looking forward to dealing with this puppy.
It's still not like rogue scholar or rogue scientist level of massive skill list, but it's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's tough. He's not even in armor yet. We'll deal with that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the character sheet is starting to take shape. Oh, hey, is he male, female, spayed, neutered?
Haven't decided.
Okay.
Yeah.
I keep saying he, so. Birth order, how many puppies were in the... No,
Well,
all right.
No, yeah. Yeah.
All right. That should give you an idea of skills. Just remember, look on your OCC and then flip down to the low 300s and you'll start seeing where they are, the basic of what they do. And there is an in-depth breakdown of each one. Palladium's really good about that. There's some glaring omissions, but what they did cover, they covered in great detail. So yeah. It's all there.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which I believe is going to be gear and final numbers in our next episode.
Yep. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to The Glitterbois, a Palladium Books fan podcast. Glitterbois, Rifts, the Megaverse, and all other such topics are the property of Kevin Siembieda and Palladium Books. Please buy all their stuff and help keep them in print and making more games. You can order directly at palladiumbooks.com, and their entire catalog is available digitally at Drive-Thru RPG as well. Our opening music is 8-Bit Bass and Lead by Furby Guy from freesound.org. This closing music is Caravana by Philip Gross, available at freemusicarchive.org. All sound effects used are self-made or acquired via Creative Commons Zero license. If you like what you have heard, find us on Twitter and Facebook as The Glitterbois. That's BOIS. And check us out online at breakfastpuppies.com/glitterbois. And also join us on the Breakfast Puppies Network Discord at breakfastpuppies.com/discord. And if you want to help us out, please spread the word and help us build a community. Thanks again for listening. We'll catch you next time.